Hey, it's Matt, your friendly neighborhood CTO. Today, we're going to talk about your 5-step framework to get a technology roadmap. I've helped all my clients save lots of time and money through technology initiatives. On average, they save between 10 and 20,000 hours per year. That equates to 5 to 10 full-time employees every single year. They don't lose those employees. They don't get rid of them. What they do is they have those employees focus on more meaningful work. It's better for the employees, it's better for the organization, and they save money in the long run. So here's a 5-step framework to get your technology roadmap together so that you can do more with less through technology initiatives and projects. Step number 1, the first thing you need to do is assess where you are. You need to assess your technology, take an assessment of all the systems you have, all the admin logins, the nitty-gritty stuff of billing and who manages what. A lot of times there will be multiple systems that do the same thing, but now's not the time to solution it, it's the time to evaluate. We're just taking a list of everything we're doing. The second part of that is also the operations side of things. How efficient are things running? Where do people spend most of their time? Where should people be spending most of their time? What type of work is monotonous and boring? Those types of things are the first to go because we want people to focus on bringing value to the company. You can always book a call with me. I'd love to chat with you, see what you've got going on, how I can help, or you can just pick my brain. I'm here to help. Step number 2 for your technology audit is to define your business goals. I've talked to a lot of CEOs and they say, oh, I want to build an app. Okay, but what does that app do? Well, it does this thing. But do you need the app? Sometimes not building the app is what you need to focus on. Other times building the app is going to be helpful. It's all about what your priorities are. One CEO said his priority was to double revenue. I'm like, great. Over what time period? He says, I don't care. I just want to double revenue. The goal needs to be meaningful, achievable, and a stretch goal, but not vague. Like doubling revenue. If you double revenue over 10 years, that's just standard business growth. If you double revenue over a month, that's going to take some serious effort. So define some business goals that align with your values as a company, what you're trying to achieve. Take a step of here's where you are and this is where you want to go. Let's get you where you want to go through your business goals. I have 2 clients. One had a business goal of reducing the calls coming into their office. They didn't have a call center. They have very few employees. So every call that comes in distracts their employees from what they're working on to servicing a customer. Customers are great. We all need customers. We all want to serve our customers, but we also need to have that balance between what the employees are doing and how we serve our customers. Our solution in this case was to build a customer portal so the customers could manage their account on their own. Second client, they had a process that was just too cumbersome and too time consuming. It was entering an insurance claim. They're a small insurance company. It took 15 minutes to enter a claim. So the solution there, build an app so that it could take less time. Me and the team, we got it down to 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds to enter a claim. 15 minutes to 15 seconds, that's a huge savings for them. Which leads us to step 3. I talked of 2 examples there, the customer portal and the claims entry application. Those were mapped to business goals. What was the business goal? Stop wasting time doing things that isn't valuable to the company. So the first example, when a person has to call in to make a payment, that's a waste of an employee's time. We can build a system, customer can pay their invoice on their own, and everyone's happier. I don't know about you, but I'd rather pay online than have to call in. Like, what are they doing with my credit card? Is it secure? Is it saved properly? Are they writing it down somewhere and then it's floating around? The second example with the claims insurance, with the claims entry system, the business goal was we don't want to hire more people. We've got plenty of people to enter those claims. How can we make that more efficient? That way they can focus on what's more important. If it takes them just 15 seconds to enter that, then they can focus on meaningful work of processing that claim and getting all the appropriate paperwork. They don't have to spend as much time entering the actual claim. Once you have those business goals in place, get buy-in from stakeholders and start to prioritize at a high level. Get any dependencies that might be in place or future dependencies that will exist, and then go from there. You want to have a clear path to success. Step number 4, visualize the roadmap. A picture is worth 1,000 words. We've heard it a million times. One place I was at, they used a whiteboard. They used half of it and they had their technology roadmap up there in different colors for the various pieces of the puzzle that they were putting together and the timeline, and they worked on that all the time. They saw it every day. It was a reminder of what they're working towards. That was a great visual representation. A couple other things on that is determine the stakeholders for each piece of the technology roadmap. I mentioned buy-in. We also want to have ownership. We want people to own the project. It's their project. They can see the success. The claims entry team, they could see the success when the product was delivered. Our main stakeholder, main point of contact, when we deployed it to production, she ran through a couple of claims. She was ecstatic. She just loved it. She said, I don't have to hire more people. I can get everything done so much faster. Thank you so much. That's what we're going for. And then also make that roadmap visible to all the stakeholders. It shouldn't be hidden. It shouldn't be in a binder somewhere. It should be visible. Something that is talked about at least monthly so that everyone can see the roadmap and where we are and where we're going. As I've heard in the past, the time you need a map is before you enter the forest. So map things out, then start working. Step number 5, review regularly. I talked about visibility, but also the main step that you need to do when you visit regularly is to modify it. It's a living, breathing document. It's not static. We don't print it out, put it on the wall, and it's done. That's why the whiteboard was so great, because you could erase blocks, move them around, put arrows where they need to go, and you have your roadmap that's a living, breathing document. It changes because life changes, priorities change, the competition changes, technology changes, everything changes. So let's be flexible and adaptable and make the tweaks that need to happen to get your technology projects done. I would recommend reviewing that at least quarterly, but ideally monthly. And by review, I mean reassessing, modifying it, taking a look at it. Is this still valid for us? Is this still what we want to do? And go from there. As always, hope you enjoyed this, found it valuable. Feel free to book a call with me. I'd love to help out, and thanks for watching.